finally did it. You're not going to believe this, but we have done this. We have hit 100 bazillion subscribers on YouTube. I'm absolutely stunned for words. We always knew this was going to happen. It was so good. Even YouTube had to send us a personalized message. Like, look at this. Congratulations, Milky Cereal. You passed 100 bazillion subscribers. And then they even sent me a personalized message after. Hi, Milky Cereal. Let's have a round of applause because you did it. More than 100 bazillion people have subscribed to your channel. Now's the time to get out there and shout it from the virtual rooftops. Share your news. We don't need to because we've got 100 bazillion subscribers. You guys thought PewDiePie was big with 100 million subscribers? Well, I'm so big, PewDiePie no longer has any subscribers. He's got one, and I bet you that is just his mum as well. It's so incredible as well. If you look at our latest video on YouTube, you can see that we have 40 trillion likes on YouTube. That is incredible. It's a new record. No dislikes as well. Nobody has ever got such an insane like to dislike ratio. We've only got 39 views as well. That's how awesome our videos are right now. Like, people watch it and they can break the laws of physics on YouTube. Like 39 views, 40 trillion likes. Like, how does that happen? It's just mind-boggling awesome. So anyway, we have 100 subscribers, and what that means is I would like to make a video, 100 subscriber YouTube video special. So if you guys in the comments could give me ideas for what to do. I mean, general kind of stuff is like, you know, do 100% race, or, you know, full damage race, or stuff like that, or challenges like overtake the AI at every single corner, or I don't know, whatever. Like, if you guys have ideas, drop them. Ideally racing related, considering we're doing most of our racing stuff here on YouTube, but it doesn't have to be F1 related. It could be Assetto Corsa, it could be iRacing as well. Whatever you guys would like to see, drop it down in the comments, and whichever comment with a suggestion gets the most likes, that's what I'll do for our next video. So, thank you guys as well for the 100 subscribers. It's pretty damn cool. Next up, 200. Anyway, on with what you're actually here for, which is... Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 5 of our My Team career here from the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain. And let's kick things off with a hot lap, because aren't hot laps a pretty cool thing? We've got 1 minute 30 left in qualifying, and we are languishing down in P18, using all of the track. Brake when the tarmac appears on the left-hand side, using the curve through the right-hander as you swing the car through the left into turn 3, flat out all the way. It's best to hold it tight, but we just don't seem to have the mechanical grip to keep it tight. Brake right as you get under the bridge, fourth gear, and ease the throttle on, a short shift up to 5th, using the track on exit, pull it over to the right and brake just over the crest, and drop it down into either 3rd or 2nd as you squeeze the power on. Qualifying, I prefer 3rd, and in the race 2nd, just because I carry a little bit less speed in the race. 4th gear into the left, right, and arguably the trickiest corner on the circuit. Now, as you make your way into a turn 8, either flat in a Mercedes, or at least flat if you take it right, but we have to give a little left. Braking just before the 100-meter ball, we have a bit of an under rotation. 2nd gear, short shift up to 3rd. We've lost a few tenths at the very least into the hairpin. As you make your way into the left, right, nice and early on the brakes. Don't want to run out wide into this right-hander, drop it down to 2nd, now short shift up to 3rd on exit, use up all of the track as you squeeze that power on, where 4 tenths up is going to be mighty close, but is it enough? And the answer is no. P17, 1.5 tenths off Giovinazzi. And that, I reckon, we lost all of that in the hairpin, so that is a big shame, but we'll take it. And the first time we are out in Q1, so I am very, very disappointed. I'd be lying if I wasn't. And yeah, wait, hang on, it says we're P7. Oh yes, we needed P16, pardon me. So yeah, 1.5 tenths off. I think we should have been able to do it if we had absolutely nailed our lap together, but For some reason or other, we're really struggling. We're way quicker than our teammate. Well, 8/10, and for us that's a fair amount, but yeah, clearly not enough.
The points finish last race.
But
let's aim to keep the momentum
heading
going.
into the race then, as always, we're going to go hard to mediums. We're going to take less fuel than we need. We're on 32, so we're one lap down. If there's a safety car, whatever, we can save that all back up. And I mean, just generally with running, we save fuel. But here we go then for the start of round 5 in our career mode. Lean overtake. Get it to about 11,000. We try our best, and we're at 11.9. It's lights out and away we go. And it's an okay start by our standards, especially considering we're starting on the hard compound of tyres. Magnussen's going to go down our outside. We have to make a really late move to the inside because we get caught out by how early Kvyat goes on the brakes. Around the outside, 4-2, Kvyat passes us. We're going to try to hold it on the inside through 3, but with hard tyres, with cold hard tyres, it's difficult to do. Now down the inside into 4, we'll throw it down the inside, we drop it into 3rd gear, and we have a massive moment with the back end as we tries to get the power on, and Kvyat will pass us now. We're on the outside, down into turn 5, we're going to try to hold it all the way around, but we just don't have the bravery, we don't have the balls, and Kvyat will take a P14 from us. Into the left right of turn 6 and 7, and now into 8, we're just drifting wide. We have to downshift into 5th gear. And it's going to allow Gasly to get super close to us as we make our way down into turn 10, as we're really late on the brakes, it seems. We made the corner easily, but Kvyat was super early. And we have a massive moment with the rear end as we make our way through the left-hander of sector 3, and we're just struggling so much, just trying to get as much power as we can in this opening lap. Because now we just want to stick with the 2 Alfa Romeos up ahead of us. So, Rich, and we're down to 72% ERS. We've seen worse, but here comes Daniel Kvyat. He's going to look for the outside. We're on the inside. How late do we go on the brakes? The answer, not quite late enough. Daniel moves up to 14, and we drop down a position. Now, on lap 2, there's a yellow flag. Romain Grosjean retires from the session, and that means there is going to be a safety car. And at this point, I was very confused as to what to do. Do we stay on the hard tyres? Do we pit and go mediums? There are a few options available to us, but in the end, I decided we'll stay on the hard tyres. We can now maybe go, instead of doing hard to mediums, we could maybe pull off a hard soft. But yeah, the only thing we can do is just really wait and see what's going to happen. Anyway, as we get ready for our safety car restart, we have a massive moment with the rear end. Somehow we save it. I do not know how we saved it. We move over to block Magnussen, which I think was a bit dirty. And as we move out of Magnussen's way, then Gasly appears. So a bit dirty for me. And the second bit was completely unintentional. As Magnussen goes around the outside, we hold it on the inside. We leave Kevin room, and we hold on to what is now P11. Just because some of the front runners have pitted, so it has promoted us up a few places. Now, on lap 6, what's happening here? Kvyat's pulled a fair bit ahead, and we touch the curb through turn 2. That really compromises our run, and it lets Kevin get up pretty darn close to us. Through turn 3, he'll have a little think about it into 4, but he's too far back. 3.8 seconds behind Kvyat. Now, on lap 15, we brought that gap down to 1.9 seconds. We're up to P7 as well. So we've been doing a decent job, and we have a really big moment with the rear end through the long right hander. And how we kept that on the track, I do not know. But the adrenaline was pumping, and I've been pushing so hard to stay close to Kvyat. Kvyat's in the pit, so's Giovinazzi. This will promote us up to P5. And we are planning to pit lap 20, lap 21 for the medium tyres. At least that's what the plan was at the start of the race. Lap 20, as you can see, we've gone green. We're still finding time. And at this point I thought, okay, we can either pit this lap for medium, or we can try to stretch it by another 3 laps and then go softs to the end. And to be honest, I wasn't sure how far the softs would go. Lap 21, still going green, so I decided we keep on pushing until we start losing time. Lap 22, that we're red, but again, we're only a 10th off, so the pace is still right there on lap 23. Lap 23, we go faster again, another
Gap to
2
teammate
tenths
behind
quicker,
is
so we're still finding the time. Lap 24 though, we've got Ocon closing up to us, and I don't really want to battle Ocon, it doesn't really do anything for us, so into the pits we must go, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. And the question is, where do we feed out? We're not going to gain a pit stop on Ocon or on Stroll. Raikkonen and Giovinazzi are a fair bit back, so maybe we have an outside chance of jumping ahead of them, but we're already down to P11, and
Release,
I don't know how. I don't know how we've lost
Up to
this
speed
much.
now. Let's get some
Anyway,
heat into
coming
those
out of the
tyres.
pits, Kvyat is fastly approaching us, and Daniel will take us around the outside down into turn 1 as we get a little bit too hasty on the brakes. We're just negative in fuel, so that's fine. We'll be able to save up. Now, later on in the lap, we've closed back up to Daniel, and we spot an opportunity. We dive it down the inside. Aggressive move for sure. But to be honest, I think when Kvyat got to the apex, I think we were fully alongside him. So I think that one's
Gap
okay.
ahead is 10.1
But-
seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds to Leclerc and Giovinazzi. Lap 33 though. The gap is now 4 seconds. So we've closed a good 6 seconds in the 7 laps that we've had. So it has almost been a second a lap, but we were just too far back. And we just haven't had the pace. And I don't know what it is, to be honest. I don't know why we've been so slow here this time round. I don't know if it's strategy. I mean, Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, they went medium to hards. I did hards to soft. So yeah, I'm really confused as to how they're this much quicker. I think we do have a lot of engine where you can see that on the bottom right corner. I think it's our MG UK and our turbocharger or something else are really worn. And I also think we put a lot of points in our R&D on chassis instead of aero, and maybe Spain is just a track that you do need to have that aero at. 61% on our front left is the wear on our tyres, so it's not too bad. We had a really bad final sector, but I've given up a little bit by that point. P11 outside of the points for the first time since Australia, and that is just it is gutting. I think I'd be lying if I didn't say that, but I mean, our fastest lap time was same as kind of Esteban Ocon, and so yeah, much slower in terms of pace than we were at Zandvoort, and in the championship Charles has jumped ahead of us, but we're within 9 points of 4th place, so if we can get our act together, we can still look for a lot in the championship. There is still a lot to play for. This isn't over yet, but guys, it is time for your favourite part of the episode, and that's driver interviews.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
Hey Claire. We didn't really struggle to get through the field. Opening lap we made some good moves. We got up the field, I think we got to P12 or something like that. So after a pretty torrid time in qualifying, it was good to move up. But I think after that we only really made one move, which was on Daniel Kvyat, pardon me. So there wasn't really any struggle getting through the traffic. We just gave it our absolute all and just pushed as much as we can. And it was a shame that at the end we just couldn't really catch up to the Haas's of Grosjean and pardon me, not the Haas's. I think it was the Alphas of Giovinazzi and Raikkonen. But we got close, and it's a shame that we weren't able to get points again this weekend.
You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything or anyone stop you?
I mean, we've had a string of good results, but we just couldn't do it here in Spain, and I guess Spain is what could stop us. So I'm glad that we're still surpassing everyone's expectations, but the mood in the garage probably is not the greatest. We've had a lot of highs, and we were always going to get a low, and it's come here at Spain. So I think this is a good reality check for us.
Sounds like there's some work to do back at the factory.
I hope you guys are enjoying those driver interviews. Anyway, some upgrade times. We're going to put a little bit into the powertrain because we've got the points for it. And let's just get this chassis stuff going. We're going to kind of leave the aero alone for now. I think after come Canada, we'll try like maybe Canada or France. We'll then do the upgrades for that in time for Austria, Silverstone and Spa. But yeah. Again, our issue is not, you know, if we have to take a penalty, we'll take the penalty at tracks that we hate. Because it is better to, you know, get a couple of good points results than a lot of low points results. So I'm happy to take the penalties because I'm happy to work my way up the field, you know, despite whatever penalties that we do end up attaining for ourselves. But yeah, as you can see, there is a lot of wear on the car, you know, 63% on the CE and the MG UK is absolutely shot. But next race is Monaco, so I don't really care too much about Monaco. So we'll take the hit for Monaco to avoid, you know, any penalties later on. But after Monaco, I'll probably switch it for Baku, and we'll see what we can do. And probably after France, I'll change everything and get just a fresh engine and everything for our best result. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed racing it, even if we didn't make it into Q3, which is sad. But yeah. As always, guys, if you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe for more. And make sure to let me know in the comments as well what kind of 100 subscriber special video you'd like to see. What do you want me to do for that? Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, whatever, at MilkyCRL73. And you can stay up to date with all of my commentary stuff. And also, I haven't put this in at the end of a video for a while, but here you go. Did you guys know that you can now get yourself a Milky Cereal hoodie? Yes, a hoodie with my logo on it. I can't believe I'm really saying that, but Team Shazoo have been very kind enough to encourage me to do this, and you can get it in a variety of different colors with a Milky Cereal recipe text on the back. You can get it in blue, white, or in black from the Shazoo store page. The link will be in the description, and maybe it'll be dotted somewhere around the screen now if I can work out how to do that on YouTube. You can buy it for 26 quid on the Shazoo page, or if you get it through me directly, you can get it for 30 quid and in whatever color you want. However, if you get it through Shazoo, the profits are split between myself and Shazoo. If you get it directly through me, all the profits go towards your favorite content creator. Sorry for taking up your time, but yeah, the hoodie looks cool. Go get one.